Okay, away from music now to the film industry. Nigerian practitioners and their South African counterparts converge in Lagos, southwest Nigeria, in honor of 29 years of South Africa's bilateral relations with Nigeria, as a panel of industry experts from both countries discussed the various channels through which Africa can be better portrayed to the rest of the world through creative collaborations in the film industry. Take a look.
South African Consulate General in Lagos celebrates the South African Week here in the nation's commercial nerve center, with a focus on fostering collaborations between the creative industries of Nigeria and South Africa. Film practitioners from both countries gather at the Mike Adenuga Center in honor of 29 years of South Africa's democracy bilateral relations with Nigeria. The Consul General, Dr. Bodi J. Morrow, opens the film exhibition with a speech that reinforces efforts made by the South African government to foster relations between Nollywood and its South African counterpart.
Over the past 29 years since the establishment of diplomatic relations between South Africa and Nigeria, a lot of people have told our stories. We never told our stories, and all those stories that have been told have been distorted. So it's about time, it's never late, it's about time that we go back to the drawing board. We tell these stories ourselves, unless if we want to perpetuate the damage that has already been done. But it is with our greatest confidence that this is the beginning of a new journey in the relations between the two countries. Today,
on behalf of the Filmmaking Society in Nigeria, the Managing Director of the Nigerian Film Corporation, Dr. Chidi Amadueke, shares his views on the beauty of filmmaking in both countries, highlighting opportunities that are yet untapped.
Countries, we signed a bilateral agreement for co-production between Nigeria and South Africa by our both presidents in Abuja in 2021. So it's a very clear situation for us to understand that our both nations had always been good and had resilient and enterprising people that have shared commonalities that has brought us to this present state. So the issue now is that we need to go forward in cementing those relationships, those shared commonalities that have banded us together, so that the windows of opportunities that will exponentially blow our capabilities are attended to, so that we move from planning to now execution.
A panel of industry experts from both countries, led by Nigerian filmmaker Judith Audu, discussed the various channels through which both countries should be portrayed to the rest of the world, through creative collaborations in the film industry to ensure that the African story is told by Africans, made in Africa and shared with the rest of the world.
This is one of the things that inspired me to filmmaking, is the excellence that I found with working with South African production companies. And like it was earlier mentioned, there's a technical aspect of South African filmmaking or South African companies that it is close to Hollywood, right? It is top notch. We have great stories, and like she also mentioned, so if you look at the strengths, technicality-wise, you can give it to South Africa, story-wise, you can give it to Nigeria. But I think there's something that is missing out here is the collaborative aspect, where I feel, like she mentioned, we need to stop looking at each other as, we need to kill that competitive nature between Nigeria and South Africa and begin to see each other as one. And
we're all saying collaborate, but South Africans and Nigerians need to be more open-minded to that. They need to know that we're all one, and you cannot walk alone, you can't do it alone. A broomstick, if you bring a stick of broomstick, you can't sweep with it. But once you make it a bunch, you can sweep from here to Falamo. So we need to know that we are better off doing things together and actually apply pressure. We know we've been doing it, but we need to apply pressure in making that happen.
While the conversation is still ongoing, with deliberations continuing on different fora and platforms, the end goal is that in the near future, the continent should experience positive growth in the creative sector as a result of collaborations by these two giants of the African film industry.